tell us about the guests we have in, because you were out there, you did the whole thing, and you were hanging out with these guys. So tell us about it.
So, gosh, a few weeks ago we were out at Lou Back Road Auto Mall over there by Cherryville Mall.
Right.
We had a little thing called Support the Rock, and we had several local musicians come out and play acoustic. They all got a couple of songs each, and we had buckets out there where people could make donations to go to the Rockford School District music program, because that's one of the things that gets cut first is the school music program, and that kind of like helped the fans vote. Okay, and then we also it's kind of interesting because we also had a group of people from the station there. And so we got together before we left, and we decided that this band was our favorite. And then I got home, and I counted all the votes. And you could vote by you got to win Van Halen tickets.
Oh, very nice.
And that's where you vote, and then people could donate money. And the fan favorite was also these guys, which was kind of
very nice.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool. So Brave Refrain, and they won that day, and they came out, and we earned some money for the school district, which was really cool for the music program. And these guys got to come in and they hang out with us.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How's it going?
How are you?
Pretty good.
You know what? Let's hear about. Tell us about your band. You might want to make sure somebody's speaking for you and gets that microphone right close. Tell us about your band and introduce yourselves first.
All right. So just say your names. I'm Clay.
Clay.
I do the vocals for the band.
I'm Ryan. I play guitar.
I'm Don. I play bass.
I'm Chris, and I play drums.
Chris.
I'm Josh, and I also play guitar.
All right, very good. Now tell us about your band. How this whole thing come together? Because y'all are not from the same town, are you?
No, actually, me, Don, and my brother Chris Don's our cousin, so we've all been playing together since we were little kids. And then we moved out.
Hold on, when you were little kids, but how old are you now?
Well, I'm 19.
Okay.
And they're still in high school. Me and Don are 19, and the rest of them are juniors in high school.
So how old were you guys when you started playing together?
How old were we?
Probably, I don't know, probably like 12.
12?
Might have been before that, yeah. Just like
didn't really know what we were doing, you know.
Yeah, parents just
strumming it in the basement.
Just bought us some instruments when we were kids, and we just started. We figured we liked it, and then kind of just went from there. Yeah.
So your parents, did you show any interest in it, or did your parents just give you an instrument and say, "Go learn this"? What's up?
I honestly don't even remember. I just remember one year, I just got a bass guitar for Christmas. And, I think my dad bought Chris, a little, just toy drum when he was a kid, and he was just pounding away at that, from when he was, a toddler. But
I think a lot of it is, too, all our uncles are real good musicians, so we've been around it ever since, we were little kids. They've been playing, all at family parties and that, so
yeah,
we kind of just have picked up from that.
So high school and 19 years old.
Yeah.
And as a group, you've been together playing this as a Brave Refrain for how long?
As a Brave Refrain, 2 years?
Yeah, right around 2 years.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What inspired? How'd you all? I mean, you got to bring other people in. Did you?
Yeah.
How'd that whole thing work out?
It kind of just evolved really naturally. Because these guys were just friends of Chris's. He had met through school, and it just turned out that they were good guitar players. So we kind of just switched our lineup a little bit, and as we got older, we started liking different kinds of music. Just got into the heavier stuff.
Like what?
Kind of.
What do you like in these days?
Just the metal stuff.
Color Morale.
Yeah, the bands like the Color Morale. They're from Rockford. They're some of our bigger influences. I don't know, some of the really big bands in the genre, like the Devil Wears Prada, Attack, those kind of bands.
How has the band changed from what you started out as? Because when you're your age, man, it seems like what you like changes rather quickly. So I'm sure the band started out as one thing, and it's a completely different version now.
Pretty much everyone starts out playing Green Day and stuff. So
I think we played
kind of
some
evolved
Boys Like
from there.
Girls.
Yeah,
A lot started out
pretty poppy
at
before.
first classic rock, then into pop punk, and then now we're in metal. So
yeah,
it just
been
keeps
some
changing.
pretty drastic changes over the years, but
because you guys are so young, there have to be challenges involved in maybe practicing, playing, getting out in front of people. What do you guys do to make that happen?
Well, I mean, it helped that these guys are like all friends. Like every weekend they're hanging out, and so like that's like a lot of the writing and practicing happens in that time. And really, because I go to college out in DeKalb, so we don't have that much time to get together and practice formally as a group. But luckily, all these guys are just really, really talented musicians. So even though we don't get to practice, like have a regularly scheduled practice times, we can usually pull through for a show and have it sound pretty good. So
Well, they've been practicing just with a different singer.
they're secretly planning on replacing me.
You guys have recorded a record. You've gone and done what? First of all, you hear about music and it's a tough time and nobody's making a dime at it. What makes you want to do this?
More than anything, it's just what we love to do. We've been doing it since we were kids. It's just always been a really big passion of ours. So that's really just what keeps us going, is just the dream. Everyone has that dream of being a big band or whatever, so we're just trying to keep that alive, at least for the time being.
The guys from A Brave Refrain are hanging out with us in the studio.
What kind of support are you guys, because you are younger guys, what kind of support are you guys getting from your folks and stuff, your parents and other
I
relatives?
think all
and
our
stuff?
parents are pretty supportive, actually. They buy us stuff if we need it. Well, they used to, at least.
Yeah,
I think
they
that's on us
come out.
now.
Right.
Come out to all our shows that they can make,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our family definitely are one of
They're not
some of
those
our biggest
people-
supporters.
They're not those people that are like, oh, we want you to do something serious with your life or something. They want us to do what makes us happy, usually.
Yeah.
I imagine you'll get to the serious stuff at some point in time, maybe. But
Yeah.
why not do this? You recorded a record. How long of a process did that take for you to do? What did it surprise you at what it was going to take to make something like that happen?
Well, we had an idea, kind of, because we did something just in a basement with a sound guy who was pretty good. But the actual studio was a lot more, intricate, getting everything perfect sounding and, doubling on that. It took pretty long. Actually.
Was it frustrating?
Yeah, because if you mess up, it has to be, perfect every time. So it wasn't... It's very tedious.
How many songs did you do in the studio?
4.
About 4 of them?
Yeah.
Where are those songs right now?
Oh, they're still in production right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's awesome. By the way, I commend you for not bringing them in. And it's one of the things that I just want to say is so many bands want to put stuff out there before it's ready to be heard by everybody. Wait until it's the way you like it, and don't settle for anything less before you put it up on the internet, before you put it out anywhere. Don't let anybody hear it. Keep it to yourself, because you only get that one chance a lot of times to have people hear it. So A Brave Refrain's hanging out with us. You guys are playing where? You're playing somewhere this weekend.
Yeah, we got a show at the Millennium Center here in Rockford. It's
No
called
kidding.
it's called the Spring Art Scene Festival. It's a 2-day event, and it's free to the public.
How'd you get that gig?
We actually played a show last Friday at Penny Road Pub out in Barrington.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we just the band that played before us they're called Crossing the Delaware. They're from up in Wisconsin, and we played after them, and they just really seemed to like us. So we gave them our number, and the next day their manager, his name's Will White, contacted me and just let us know about the show, and we were like, hey, sounds like a good deal. So
Crossing the Delaware from Wisconsin, it just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
So which day are you guys playing and what time?
we're playing Friday.
Friday's the metal day.
Yeah, Friday's the metal day. So
Saturday they have some pop music going on too.
Okay.
So.
yeah, and I think that there's also it's not just music. There's film, art, poetry, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of I think what he said was this show is just kind of trying to bring music and art a permanent home in Rockford type of thing. So yeah, it's for a cause where he's trying. This guy's trying to
Bring back the music scene.
yeah, bring back the music scene here in Rockford for local bands. So that's definitely an awesome thing and an event that we're really excited to be a part of.
Is there a website or anything that people can get some information about it, or Facebook? Or?
Yeah, there's a Facebook page. I'm not sure if there's a website, but there's definitely the event on Facebook. If you go to our Facebook, we actually have a link up there for it. So
What did music contests or contests like that are kind of always, I mean, they're so subjective, and you never know how the whole thing's going to work out. What did it mean to you guys to win that thing, to be able to do this?
It meant a lot to us, especially because we're not all from town. I'm the only local one, so, and out of 15 bands, that's pretty good.
Sure.
It's definitely an honor, especially to
Yeah.
be chosen from a panel like that.
Yeah, it was the first time we ever played acoustic songs too. So.
Yeah,
No
we had,
kidding.
we had no idea how it was going to turn out, but it actually turned out pretty good.
How
so.
much work did you put into taking your songs from electric to acoustic?
Not.
Well, I'd say the music part was pretty much the same, but the singing, you kind of had to be converted a little to
Yeah, because
melodies.
some of it was just a lot of almost improvising on my part, because some of the parts would be screams, in our normal songs. So I had to kind of change that and make them into singing parts. So that was kind of complicated for me, but it turned out, I think, pretty good.
I think another thing about them that we noticed was some of the bands, they just had a couple of people
Sure.
from their band play acoustic. They had their whole band.
The whole band showed
The
up.
whole band was up there and playing acoustic, and for something that they don't normally do, which I thought was really cool.
So, I mean, and I'm not saying anything about anybody else, but these guys actually they stood out that much that you went, yeah, they're the ones.
yeah, and they had people out there. They came just to see them and support them, which is pretty cool.
Did you pay those people to come out?
No, it was that's just another lament to our really supportive family, because there was just a lot of aunts and uncles. I mean, we did have friends and stuff that came out, but it was a lot of our family. So that's just really shows how supportive and awesome our family is and what we do.
If people want to find your band, Facebook the best place to go?
Yeah, Facebook, just search A Brave Refrain, which should be up there. I think we also just created a Twitter account.
Nice.
Right.
Who's going to be in charge of the Twitter?
I'm in charge of it.
You leave that to the drummer.
Make some stuff up about the other guys.